The formation of residence rights afforded to all persons living in long-term care homes began in the early 1950s and grew to 29 distinct rights. The Ontario Residents' Bill of Rights is embedded in our provincial legislation, Fixing Long-Term Care Act, and accompanying regulations. All long-term care homes in Ontario are governed by the Fixing Long-Term Care Act. The requirements in the LTCHA ensure that residents of these homes receive safe, consistent, and high-quality resident-centered care in settings where residents feel at home, are treated with respect, and have the support and services they need for their health and well-being. The Ministry of Long-Term Care requires staff to be familiar with the Bill of Rights and review them at orientation and annually through mandatory training. In 2022, the Bill of Rights has been revised, and residents from several of our homes have assisted us in developing a video in which they review the rights for you.
Every resident has the right to be treated with courtesy and respect, and in a way that fully recognizes the resident's inherent dignity, worth, and individuality, regardless of their race, ancestry, place of origin, color, ethnic origin, citizenship, creed, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, age, marital status, family status, or disability.
Every resident has the right to be provided with care and services based on a palliative care philosophy.
Every resident has the right to proper accommodation, nutrition, care, and services consistent with their needs.
Every resident has the right to have their lifestyle and choices respected.
Every resident has the right to freedom from abuse.
Every resident has a right to ongoing and safe support from their caregivers to support their physical, mental, social, emotional well-being and their quality of life, and to assist in contacting a caregiver or other person to support their needs.
Every resident has the right to have their participation in decision-making respected.
Every resident has the right to communicate in confidence, receive visitors of their choice, and consult in a private with any person without interference.
Every resident has a right to freedom from neglect by the licensee and staff.
Every resident has the right not to be restrained except in the limited circumstances provided for under this Act and subject to the requirements provided for under this Act.
Every resident has the right to pursue social, cultural, religious, spiritual, and other interests, to develop their potential, and to be given reasonable assistance by the licensee to pursue these interests and to develop their potential.
Every resident has the right to participate fully in the development, implementation, review, and revision of their plan of care.
Give or refuse consent to any treatment, care, or services for which their consent is required by law, and to be informed of the consequences of giving or refusing consent.
Participate fully in making any decision concerning any aspect of their care, including any decision concerning their admission, discharge, or transfer to or from a long-term care home, and to obtain an independent opinion with regard to any of those matters.
Every resident has the right to have their personal health information within the meaning of the Personal Health Information Protection Act 2004 kept confidential in accordance with that act, and to have access to their records of personal health information, including their plan of care, in accordance with that Act.
Every resident has the right to form friendship and relationship and to participate in the life of the long-term care home.
Every resident has the right to exercise the rights of a citizen.
Every resident has the right to be informed in writing of any law, rule, or policy affecting services provided to the resident and of the procedures for initiating complaints.
And have their personal health information within the meaning of the Personal Health Information Protection Act 2004. Kept confidential in accordance with that act, and to have access to their records of personal health information, including their plan of care in accordance with that act.
Every resident who is either sick or dying has the right to have family and friends present 24 hours a day.
Every resident has the right to be given access to protected outdoor areas in order to enjoy outdoor activity, unless the physical setting makes this impossible.
Every resident has the right to be told both who is responsible for and who is providing the resident's direct care.
Every resident has the right to share a room with any other resident according to their mutual wishes. If appropriate, accommodation is available.
Every resident has the right to raise concerns or recommend changes in policies and services on behalf of themselves or others to the following persons and organizations without interference and without fear of coercion, discrimination, or reprisal, whether directed at the residents or anyone else.
Every resident has the right to receive care and assistance towards independence based on a restorative care philosophy. To maximize independence to the greatest extent possible.
Every resident has the right to live in a safe and clean environment.
Every resident has the right to be offered privacy in entertainment and in caring for their personal needs.
Every resident has a right to meet privately with their spouse and another person in a room that assures privacy.
Every resident has the right to keep and display personal possession, pictures, and furnishings in their room, subject to safety requirements, and the rights to either residence.
Every resident has the right to designate a person to receive information concerning any transfer or any hospitalization of the resident, and to have that person receive that information immediately.
Every resident has the right to participate in the residents' councils.
Every resident has the right to manage their own financial affairs unless the resident lacks the legal capacity to do so.
These are all basic rights that every resident in a long-term care home is entitled to. Making these rights central to the life of a home can help build a caring and respectful community where we can all feel safe, valued, and loved.
Because this is my home.
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 Because this is my home.